Alright, we're bringing back the green screen. So we're looking at finding derivatives on our calculator. So it would probably be a good idea to make sure you have a calculator in front of you. So here's just a real simple example where if we have x squared as our function, we know the derivative is going to be 2x. If we're interested in finding the derivative when x is 3, simple substitution gives us an answer of 6. So let's take a look at how to do this on our home or our blank screen on our calculator. So first find the math button. It's 3 down, of course, in the first column on the left. Once you've selected the math button, you're going to scroll down or just hit number 8 where you see NDeriv. Okay? So once you have activated that, if you have a newer operating system on your calculator, this is the template that you're going to see. So our variable in the calculator is going to be x. So once you put an x in that first box, it'll automatically put an x in this box right here at the end. So it's asking us, what do we want to take the derivative of? So let's suppose that we don't actually know the derivative. Maybe we have a super complicated function where we either don't know how to find the derivative or we don't have the time to find it. So we don't need to know the derivative. What we're going to feed the calculator is the original function of x squared. Okay? So that is your f of x. So make note here that this really is f of x, not f prime of x. And then in the last box here, this is where we're going to tell the calculator the x value that we want it to plug in for us. So what the calculator will do, once you hit enter, you'll notice that it gives you an answer of 6. So without actually knowing the derivative, without telling the calculator the derivative, it is going to find it and then substitute in 3 and then give you the desired answer of 6. Let's look at another skill. Okay, this next one is especially useful in this course, and it deals with graphing the derivative without actually knowing the derivative equation. So in y equals, you're going to enter in from the same place as before, math number 8, you're going to go down to NDeriv, just like before. And when you select that, this is what you're going to see. So once again, we're going to feed the calculator, if we use our same example as before, an x there, which will automatically put an x in that other box, and let's put an x squared right in the middle there. Okay. Now, we're not interested in finding the derivative at the point when x is 3, so I'm not going to put a 3 in there. If I am doing this in y equals, okay, so this is all in y equals, okay, because that's where we of course enter our functions when we want to graph something. In this last box you are going to put an x. Alright, so it'll say x equals x. That is going to graph for us the derivative of x squared, and it's going to show it for all points within our viewing window. So if you were to go through the motions on your calculator, make sure you do that. What you'll see after you graph this is you're going to see the function y equals 2x, okay, which is our derivative, right? And again, we didn't feed the calculator 2x. It just knows how to find it and graph it, okay? So it's not going to tell us what the actual equation is for 2x, but it will give us the graph. Okay, and finally here, I want to look at another way of finding the derivative at a point. So this entails entering your function. So if you were to go to y equals in your calculator, and again, let's practice doing this, enter in x squared. And then press second calc, that familiar menu when you press second trace to activate calc. We want to calculate a derivative at a point. So look at number 6 where you see dy dx. Remember, that is notation for a derivative. And when you select that, you'll see a graph come up of our function x squared. Notice it's not a graph of the derivative, it's just a graph of our original function, x squared. And the calculator now is waiting for you to feed it an x value. So if you were to enter 3 and then hit enter, okay, so if you were to press 3 and then hit enter, it's going to tell you 6. And you'll also notice that it puts a little star or a little cursor by that value of x equals 3. All right, it's letting you know that that is our point of interest where the slope of the tangent line is 3. So that dy dx under the calc option, again, so second calc is really second trace. Okay, just another way of finding the derivative. You're not going to be required to know both ways. If you prefer the n-deriv found under the math menu, that's fine. The option is yours.